Welcome to AutoPilot Workout, how to beat your lazy rut and create an unbreakable gym habit even when you have zero motivation. I'm Nick Jones with GymHackers.com, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to create a gym habit that actually works. We all know we need more motivation, and we see that some people have this gym habit to go to the gym 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. How do they do it? It's not magic. It's not a secret. It's actually steps that you can take today to really build this habit for yourself. And I'm going to be walking you through how to do it step by step. So, why listen to me? That's me over there on the left at 265 pounds. I was banned from Six Flags. I'm sitting on the Superman ride of steel and the lap bar comes down. When the park attendant comes over to push it down, his face tells the whole story. It's not going to go. And right out the employee handbook, he says, you're unfit to ride this roller coaster. So I get off, I'm embarrassed. What do? I try everything that I can think of. Paleo, low carb, keto. I buy the DVD workout programs. And you would think that after being embarrassed like that and getting all of this information that I would get in shape. But it didn't happen. Because having the programs mean nothing if you don't stick with it. This might be a familiar story. You might experience something like this in your own life. I had all these plans, I had all these programs, but without sticking to it, it really didn't matter. So that's when I really started studying psychology and understanding human behavior to figure out how I work and how other people work and what actually works for us. Because those programs that you have to stick to 5 days a week, 6 days a week, right at the start, they'll burn you out. So I really wanted to uncover strategies for regular people, not cyborgs with unlimited motivation, not people with unlimited time, regular people like you and me. And also the truth about willpower. A lot of people think that what we have is all that we'll ever have, and that's the end of it. And that's not true. I'm going to be showing you strategies to hack into your willpower, to build more of it, and surprisingly, to use less of it in the first place. If you don't use it, you don't lose it. So I'm going to be showing you key strategies for that. Now this course is broken up into 4 different modules. First, the hidden hacks, how to kick your motivation into high gear. I'm going to be showing you the foundation of this battle of creating a gym habit. And it really is a battle that you'll see. It's really 2 conflicting sides. And if you lay this foundation down, the other modules will build on top of it. The second module, bulletproof, making workouts indestructible to finally lose weight. Now, in this module, I'm going to be showing you the core pieces of building a good habit. And it typically isn't what fitness guys talk about. I'm going to be showing you how to really dig in and really craft and really design your habit to work for you. Everyday gains, how to break through plateaus and make progress. Sometimes it's the small things that trip us up and hold us back. And once you realize them, you can fix and tweak them so they work for you. Now, a lot of the things in that module will seem obvious, but a lot of people ignore them. And because of it, they don't make progress. They don't go to the gym, they don't eat right, and they eventually burn out. So you're not going to want to miss that module. And finally, going nuclear, how to vaporize laziness once and for all. Now, this module goes over the final options. There's no turning back from these. If you implement them, you will be way ahead of the game. These options, either you do what you say you're going to do, or you're going to be in for a bad time. Now, my recommendation, you budget about 10 to 20 minutes a day for each of these lessons. And along with the lessons, you'll have a worksheet or two to help really nail down the concepts and also give you some more leverage in putting these into your life, because it's all about actually taking what you learn and implementing it. But first, we have to talk about the two voices in your head. The real you. Now, this is the you that has the long-term goals of getting in shape, getting that six-pack, going to the beach, taking off your shirt like you're Hulk, and really not really getting to the gym and building these good habits. Now, we understand making time for the gym and making it a consistent part of your life is important. That's the real you. That's the you that says, this is the time that I get it done. That's the you that says, this is the time I get over the hump and really buckle down. And this is the voice that most New Year's resolutioners hear. So why is it that you can really want this? It can really be something that you're striving for, but you don't get it. And that's when the second part of this battle comes in. And I call it sumo syndrome. It's the voice in your head that's constantly making excuses. It's the voice that when you know you should be eating healthy and you walk by Taco Bell, it whispers in your ears sweet nothings about chalupas. When you know you should be waking up and going to the gym, it says, you know, that snooze button looks pretty good right now. Everybody has this part of them. It's just that some people are better at silencing it than others. And I am going to be showing you some techniques to silence this inner voice. It's something that you're going to have to deal with. And once you do, you can make progress towards your goals. Everybody deals with this. But once you can quiet it, you can move forward. And it's really a balancing act between your short-term wants, sleeping in, eating junk food, watching, I don't know what you watch, whatever, versus your long-term goals of getting in shape, getting that six-pack, etc. So why is it such an off-balance equation? Well, I have a study to share with you. Researchers asked participants, would you rather have $50 now or $100 in 6 months? Now it seems like $100 compared to 50, that should be the good bargain. But 6 months from now, that's when it gets iffy. Because people look at that 6 months and say, you know, that's pretty far away. I can take $50 right now and go do something with it. But when you think about it, that's over 200% interest. You can't get that from any bank. $100 should be the option that you take. But most people choose the $50. Why? Because when something is long in the future, it's hard for us to really make decisions about it right now. It's hard for us to really put it into perspective. So those short-term wants, going back to the gym, those short-term wants of sleeping in, of watching TV, of just hanging out, surfing the internet, it gets in the way of the long-term goals of getting in shape. So how do we sort of balance that equation? Part of it is our long-term goals are really abstract and vague sometimes. You know, for a while I was thinking, okay, I want to get in shape. What did that actually mean? What would that actually do for me? And when I got specific and said, I want to get in shape because I'd feel less embarrassed, I'd be more confident, I'd be able to go out and order food at a restaurant and not feel like everybody's watching, that I'm getting some meal that maybe not be the healthiest thing, that really put it into perspective and balanced out this equation. And really thinking about the negative consequences and the negative outcomes really nails this point home. If you think about how embarrassed or how ashamed you'd be 6 months from now not making progress, you're more likely to take action on these short-term, going to the gym, eating right, etc. Now, there's a resource for you to download on the website, gymhackers.com/autopilot. It's called The Balancing Act. And it's really going to walk you through how to create these long-term goals in a way that balance out the short-term wants. It should only take you about 5 to 10 minutes to complete, and I recommend that you place this somewhere that you can see consistently, because when you do, that's when the short-term wants will go away and you can really focus in on those long-term visions that you have for yourself. Takeaways and recommendations. Remember the battle, sumo syndrome versus you. And recognize that that voice that derails you isn't really you. It's a part of you, but it's not you. And it happens to everyone. So no reason to beat yourself up over past mistakes. And think long term. What's the future that you don't want? What's that outcome that you're thinking that you just really don't want? 6 months from now, where do you want to be? And that negative idea of you being in the same spot or even worse off than you are now will drive you to do what you have to do in the present. And we can use tools to put ourselves into this long-term thinking automatically. So, budget about 10 to 20 minutes a day for these lessons. You can go through the worksheets, and that's really going to hone in your gym habit. Now, before we go, do you know anyone that will benefit from something you learned here? Please send them a link to this course. I've even posted a short message that you can just copy and paste on the course page. So you'll be doing them a favor. They'll be learning something new. You'll be doing me a favor because I will be able to share this with somebody else. And actually, you'll be doing yourself a favor because having accountability is something that we're going to be talking about in a future module. Having somebody in your corner who's invested in what you're doing can help you get to your goals quicker. So go to gymhackers.com/autopilot, copy and paste the short message, send them the link, and I'll see you in the next module.